Holy tzaddikim and tzaddikot. Hope everybody is doing amazing. Baruch Hashem, we are underway in our new year of Bar Ilan Israel. We have 150 incredible neshamot, holy students that we are trying to inspire and guide on their journey in life, and it's a big zchut. If you haven't heard already, I am planning on being in Binghamton for Shabbat, 2 weeks from this Shabbat. Okay, 2 weeks in Binghamton. Please let me know if you'd like to join. Send me a private message, and let's have an epic Shabbat there in Binghamton. Okay, I want to speak for a minute about morality and how to really have a clarity when it comes to what's right and what's wrong, because we live in a crazy world. We live in a world where people think that up is down and down is up. We live in a world where really, like, the people that think what is moral, the things that are moral are actually the most immoral, and then the opposite is true. That the people accuse the Jewish people of being immoral, and of course we're the most moral, and it's truly it's an unbelievable idea to think that, like, every individual thinks that they have like the monopoly on what is moral and what is ethical and what is right. And you see this from, one of the stories that comes up in this week's parsha in Lech Lecha, right? So God commands Avram to go down, go to Israel, right? Lech Lecha, go to Israel, go become the man you're meant to be, go become the father of a great nation, right? Eschal I'm going to make you into a great nation. Where? In the land of Israel. So big stuff, right? So Avram is in Israel. He's with his wife Sarai at that point, and there's no food. So they have to go down to Egypt because that's where the food is. So they go down to Egypt, right? But before they make it, to the food, Avram, Sarah come up with this plan. They say, listen, unfortunately, you have to tell them that you're my sister. Why? Why do you have to be my sister? Says the Torah. Because Avram is afraid that they're going to kill him and then take Sarah as a wife. So let's just understand something over here. And I heard this idea from Rabbi Khan. Wow, an incredible idea. Rabbi Khan, of course, you have a nechama, tenachama min hashamayim. For Rabbi Khan, of course, lost his mother. She should be to the highest levels of shamayim. And this idea of, like, why would they kill him? Why would they kill Abram? Why not just take Sarah? She's beautiful. Just take her. Or why do they have to kill him first? Rabbi Khan explained that apparently there in Egypt, it was completely immoral for someone to take another man's wife. No one would ever even dream of doing such a thing. But you know what wasn't so immoral? Killing somebody. So apparently it was no big deal. You'll kill Avram, and then you can morally take Sarah as a wife. Now think about this. Apparently the rules of society, what is ethical, what is moral, the exact opposite of the world that we live in now. There in Mitzrayim, no big deal. You want to kill someone, you kill someone. But to sleep with another man's wife, God forbid, it should never happen. And the world we live in nowadays, it's so sad to say, but it's the opposite. People are not so careful about who they're sleeping with, right? And it happens all the time, and it's all over the place. But murder, that's still something that we hold to be taboo and something that we try to stay away from. So ask yourself, which society is better? Which society is moral? And it's such a silly question. Of course, both are wrong, right? Because we don't determine morality based on what other people think. We don't determine morality based on what's the flavor of the month. It's constantly changing. Just think about how different life is now. If morality was based on what people think, what would be the truth? Israel would be the most immoral country in the world, because a lot of people have come out of the woodworks and say that Israel is a genocidal, bloodthirsty country with just horrible people, as opposed to, I don't know, a year or 2 or 3 ago, where most people understood that Israel's up against existential threats with people who are the actual murderers who want to kill us. And it's shifted and it's changed over time. So the question is, who's moral? And the answer is, it depends on the date. It depends on the time. It depends on the flavor of the month. It depends on society. Just think about what's allowed and what's not allowed on TV. The level of sexuality, the level of violence, it changes over time. Which one is ethical? Is it more or less? Just think about what was on TV, 20 years ago. You cannot compare. So which society is more ethical, more moral? And the answer is it just depends on what time. Except that the Torah and the Jewish people, our morality comes from God, and it never, ever changes. And the Jewish people are lanetzach. We are forever. The land of Israel is lanetzach. It is forever. Olmei olamim. Right? When we talk about Avram Avinu, this week's parsha being told, go to the land of Israel, that is the land of truth. That is the land of dignity. That is the land of morality. That is the land of ethics. That is the land of greatness. Not the flavor of the month. Oh, sometimes it's better to move here, and this is a better real estate value. Israel is always and forever. The Jewish people are always and forever. Right? Our ethics, our morality come from God. They come from the Torah, and it doesn't matter what the year is. It doesn't matter what the date is. It doesn't matter where Israel and its Torah and its people and its land are lenetzach leolamei olamim. We are victorious. We are eternal. We are chosen. We are forever. And there's something so special of knowing that the world hates us. The world realizes that we're the victims. The world realizes that we're great. The world thinks we're terrible. That changes over time. It does. There's ups and there's downs. We're too strong. We're too weak. Always. But the way we are supposed to look at it, not the outside world, not society, the way we're supposed to look at it is constant. Why? Because Hashem is constant. Because the Torah is constant. And our morality and our ethics and our values are also constant. Even though other people think they're not, we have to have the clarity to know that that's exactly the way it is. That when you live a life of Torah and mitzvah, and when Eretz Yisrael, the Holy Land, stands strong and tall and proud, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It doesn't matter what the flavor of the month is. We know that we are following in the footsteps of Hashem, and we know that we are on the right path, and we're doing the right thing. Am hanetzach lo mefached mederech haruka. The eternal nation is not afraid of the long path. There is winds and there's ups and there's downs, but we are on the path of truth, of justice, of ethics, of morality, because we have Hashem and we have the Torah. And we can overcomplicate it, but it's real simple. And there's such a sense of pride of knowing that I stand with Israel, both in the land, for the land, believing in the land, believing in the God of the land, believing in the Torah of the land. And no matter what else is going on, I know I'm right. It's a big schus, tremendous schus, to be on the right side of history. Wishing all the holy tzaddikim and tzaddikot, Shabbat Shalom.